I'm going to be sharing with you guys the top 3 tips that I recommend for any player that is trying to reach 1200. It's come to my attention that I cracked 1200 over the board. Let me show you guys the text right here. I'm going to show you guys the text where my friend actually revealed to me, congrats, you broke 1200 over the board. Wow, congrats to me. I am a much stronger player than 1200, but I am rated 1200 over the board because I got back into chess in March of 2025, and my rating for tournament play was a 600 because that rating was from when I was like 6-7 years old, maybe even 9 years old, playing in tournaments. I haven't played in tournaments since then, but I had to take that rating and make it represent the player that you are today. I am about a 1450 on chess.com. I feel like that's more indicative of where I am, 1500 player right now. The 1200 over the board is just a matter of having a rating when I was a little girl and getting back into chess. You keep that same rating. So you gotta play enough games to get your rating to actually represent the player that you are currently, whether you play in tournaments or not. Here are my top 3 tips. Number 1, I don't recommend to a new player, 600, 700 player, for you to just start playing multiple openings, right? I recommend to all lower rated players, 1200 or less, maybe choose 1 opening for white, 1 or 2 openings for black, and more specifically, maybe 1 opening for white and 1 opening for black. Just choose 1 opening for each side of the board and just play that same opening, okay? Until you start to get comfortable with that opening. Until you start to not only memorize the lines, but actually understand and get a feel for where your pieces should go and what plans you should play for. I recommend just keeping 1 opening when you're that low of a rated player, because I know for me, literally going from 0 to like 1500 on chess.com, I had 1 opening for white and I had 1 opening for black. For white, I played the London system. And what happens when you play just 1 opening, what happens is when you just play 1 opening for a while is you start to get a feel for where the pieces should go, right? So for white, I started out just playing the opening. Literally, the London system itself took me from 0 to 1500 on chess.com, okay? And did the same thing over the board for tournament play, right? So I stuck to 1 opening for white, and what it does is it gets you a feel for development and where your pieces belong and getting your king safe, all these things that just sticking to 1 opening do. Now, if you're trying to have 5 to 10 different openings that you play, you might find yourself confused, or you might find yourself trying to learn theory when you don't really understand, or just remembering lines when you don't really understand or have a feel for where the pieces go, where they belong, and what actually works. So, guys, I definitely recommend starting out with 1 opening for white and then 1 opening for black. And then for black, I played the Caro-Kann, right? I had 1 opening, and this 1 opening literally took me from 600 when I was younger playing in tournaments to literally 1200 over the board and like 600 to 1500 on chess.com. And that's why I recommend it, right? Just start out with 1 opening. If you're anything that's under 1200, watch this video here on what to play for white and watch this video here on what to play for black. You watch these 2 videos, you will have new openings to play. And this is great for all beginners because, again, you're not going too deep into theory. You're not trying to remember all these lines. You're just trying to touch all your pieces, get them all out, get some king safety, and really start to understand, oh, this knight goes here, sorry guys, and just really start to understand and get a feel for where your pieces belong in the opening that you choose to play. This goes here and this goes here. C3 and knight at B to D2. So this is what you want to do, guys. Choose 1 opening and stick to it if you're anywhere under 1200. You shouldn't go learning the theory of 5 to 10 different openings, because then at that point you're just memorizing lines and you don't understand or have a feel for where your pieces belong and what to play for. So and it might be too, if you're the type of person where you can learn 5 to 10 openings and memorize them and understand them, and great, then at that point you should be much higher rated than 1200. But if you're less than 1200, just pick 1 opening for white and pick 1 opening for black and just absolutely stick to it, because what it will do is it'll get you comfortable, because you see the setup so many times that you're like, oh, you know what, I'm ready to learn some more openings. You'll start winning with it and you're like, you know what, I'm ready to learn new openings. But if you're learning so much at once, it's very, very difficult to know where every piece go and every opening in chess. Get an opening for white, get an opening for black, get a good feel for where your pieces belong, and play that opening until you absolutely know it and you're ready for new openings, because that one opening will get you so comfortable with the position, so comfortable knowing where your pieces belong, that you will gradually over time be able to add more openings to your repertoire. This is what worked for me, and I do believe that that could be a great tip for you. While with my coach, of course, we study and we go over other openings. There was just one opening for white and one opening for black that I was playing very much consistently, that over time I just understand, where my pieces go. I understand these positions, and it just works out great. So choose the opening for white, choose the opening for black. Okay, so that's tip number 1. Tip number 2, to go from where you are to 1200 as a chess player, review every single chess game you play, okay? If you're a tournament player, this is awesome. There's no reason you should be playing in tournaments and not reviewing your games. So if you're a tournament player, review every single game that you play. And don't just review and get the best move. Review, get the best move, but understand why it's the best move, okay? And if you're not a tournament player and you play a lot online, whatever your method is, just try to review your games and always just try to pick up the major takeaway that you could learn from the game that you played. So tip 2, guys, is just review every single game that you play. Don't only find the best move, but also understand why it's the best move. Okay, whether you have a mentor or a chess coach that you talk with to learn why this move is the best or that move isn't so great, talk with people and figure out, the best moves and why. Review every game that you play. It's very, very important, because if you're just playing and you never make time to review, you'll never know what you're doing good, or you'll never know where you're going wrong at. You'll just keep playing the same type of chess. Review every game. Don't just learn the best move, but also learn why it's the best move. Okay? Tip number 3 that I have for anybody that's under 1200 and trying to get there is, for me, this works for me. Play less blitz chess. Anything that's 5 minutes, 3 minute, 2 second delay, while it is fun, why we all love a good bullet series, why that stuff is so enjoyable, for me at least, it did not help me to understand chess better. It did not help me to make better chess decisions. So I would recommend, especially if you're a tournament player, this is just all the things that worked for me. I'm not telling you guys what to do. I'm just sharing my top tips based off of my experience on getting from 600, which was a rating when I was a little girl, to 1200 quite quickly over the board. And on chess.com, which I got to 1500, right? It's just play a lot less blitz. As a tournament player, I play a lot of rapid chess. I only play 10 minutes and more. Okay, even in casual play, 10-minute chess. I don't play a lot of blitz. I don't play a lot of bullet. And if I do, it's not serious. It's completely joking. But as far as getting better at chess, if you want to reach 1200 plus right away, try playing less blitz. Less 5-minute chess, less 3-minute, 2-second increments, less bullet. And just start with rapid, right? 10-minute games plus. That way, if you start with rapid, 10-minute games, 15-minute games, those type of things, you actually have time to not just play and make moves, but actually think through your moves, right? If you want to get better at chess, you need time to process, you need time to think. And if you're rated less than 1200, 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 1 minute, that's not enough time for you to think through your chess. It's just not. It's just not. So start at rapid. Play lots of rapid games that give you enough time to think through your games, and it gives you the opportunity to find the best move based off the work that you've been doing, based off the practice and the learning that you've been up to. So, guys, that's my recommendation for any players under 1200 to get over 1200. Your girl just broke 1200 over the board. I'm happy I did that. Like I said, I'm a lot stronger than 1200, but I had to bring my rating up from when I was a kid and haven't played since, to now being an adult and having to have my rating represent where I am now. I also think when I was like 21 or 22, I did play in the tournament. And I just, I was so much I was into basketball, I was into all the other things that I was into, business and such, that literally I came to game 1, I lost game 1, lost game 2, I didn't show up to the rest of the tournament. I do not recommend you guys doing that. If you sign up for a tournament, play your games. Don't just disappear because you lost. At that time I didn't understand how serious chess was. I knew how serious chess was, but I did enter a tournament. I played game 1 and 2, lost them both, and I was like, I got better things to do with my time. And I didn't show up to game 3 and 4. And I'm pretty sure that those 2 games I did take a loss for, so that didn't help my chess rating either. So very good job breaking over 1200. Those are my top 3 tips, guys. Those are things that helped me. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you guys in the next one.